I was astonished. It's the first time I've come to the meeting, and no one had time to meet me. I wasn't introduced to the others. What's the surprise? Gustavo asked with a slight smile on his lips. The spirit spoke of Eider. And called me by name, that's fantastic. It's proof that we're not wasting time. Spirituality doesn't do this all the time. The spirits have a lot of respect for us. They said Eider's name so that you could be sure of the truth, and also to strengthen your belief in spirituality. It seems they will count on you a lot. Rubinho, and we need to be in balance to work with spiritual friends. There's no point in being in disharmony. This only hinders our relationship with the astral world. Is Eider in danger? He attracts what he needs. Everything is governed by affinities, and he attracts people and situations similar to himself. But let's wait and calm down. I think it's best for you to leave that apartment. And living next to Eloy, next to her, will grow and be very happy. Rubinho was astonished. They spent the whole day together, and there wasn't enough time for Eloy to tell his uncle about their decision. Rubinho realized how easy it is to capture people's thoughts. He was amazed. Eloy hugged and kissed him. It seems that Uncle knew about our state secret, and we can't hide anything from him. There's another request to be made. Gustavo asked, "What is it, Uncle?" Eloy asked, "That girl who works in the office is upset. You know, my dear." "How do you know, Eloy?" "I'm used to you, but sometimes I'm amazed. I think about approaching and helping. Wait for the right moment. Soon we'll be able to help her. First, we must vibrate positively for Hector. Now, let's go. The snack is already served." Rubinho nudged Eloy. He was impressed. I wish he had the same ability as Gustavo. He thought, "It's a matter of training 24 hours a day." Gustavo replied. Rubinho laughed. "Gustavo, I'll have a lot to learn. I really liked you in your house. And the other mediums, I liked you too." They made it to the World Cup. And they sat with the rest of the group, having a pleasant conversation. At that same time, Heitor was already asleep. His spirit received the vibrations emanated by the group, and had a peaceful night's sleep like he hadn't had in a long time. Chapter 6, Monday dawn cloudy, and with small wind, like a typical autumn morning. Eloy arrived at 7. At Drought Brandeau's house, Lizette was received by a friendly employee. "You can go straight to the office. Miss Maria Helena is already waiting for you." Eloy let Elise get her coat and, with her briefcase under her arms, knocked on the door. "Good morning, Maria Helena." "Good morning, Eloy. You've already earned points with me because you arrived on time. Brazilians have a detestable habit of arriving late, as if that were somehow glamorous. That's how it is with me. I try to arrive on time, unless something unexpected happens. But the traffic from Copacabana to here has been pleasant." "How nice. Would you like a coffee?" "I'd love to grab that little table. Lisette just brought it." "Thank you, very friendly. She's been with us for many years. I think she's a good person since Mario was born. She transmits that to us, getting straight to the point." Maria Elena interrupted. "Daddy told me you worked with him for 3 years." "Yes, I started as a receptionist and then replaced Dona Consuelo. She retired." "Oh, Consuelo. It seems you worked with Dad for 100 years. They both laughed. "Maria Helena, it continued since I was little. I saw Consuelo always being careful about schedules, for everything, even Mom's gifts. She's the one who bought them. I also do this for your father. Dr. Eugenio seems to be good at business, but he's terrible with gifts. Is that true? Another thing, you're married and not in a steady relationship." Eloy found the question strange, and now she would tell the truth. It would be prudent to say that she was dating an employee of the same company, and that sometimes wasn't well received by the bosses. She tried to be honest. It was better to be truthful than to get bogged down in a sea of lies. "Look, Maria Helena, I do date, and he's a guy from the office." "Why did you answer so nervously is that people have a wrong notion about relationships that arise at work. But I'm a lucid woman, and I know how to separate things well. So there's nothing to worry about. But I asked the question because I want to know if I can travel. I'm not snooping around for nothing." Eloy laughed casually. "Sorry, I was a little nervous." "There's no problem. I can travel. I wouldn't have any problems with the boyfriend." Maria Elena asked jokingly, "We're not mature, and we understand each other very well. If I need to leave, there won't be any inconvenience. But wait a minute, I can't travel because your father needs me at the office. Don't worry, I talked to Dad last night about being my secretary from today on. Aloy looked at her in astonishment, but we barely know each other. I had already taken a liking to you over the phone. The times I called the office and asked for some information. Yesterday, when I saw you, I was sure that we would get along very well. These are things I can't explain. Maria Helena, I feel moved too. I really liked you. I took a liking to you as soon as I saw you. I'm very happy with your decision. So, everything is fine. Maria Helena stood up. She walked around the desk a little, and, looking at Louis, she was direct. Well, get ready for us to travel tomorrow. Yes, there's no inconvenience at all. It's all happening so fast. That's why I asked if dating interferes with work. I need people who are available to travel at any time. No problem. Providence, that's fine. 2 tickets to Belo Horizonte, a double hotel room. Do you mind if we stay in the same room? No way. It will be a pleasure, okay? We have to go to the factory. I want changes. He pointed his head, and I need to put them into practice. But many directors have already arrived in Rio. Anyway, they're going to participate in a seminar organized by a group of executives from Sao Paulo. They won't miss the trip. They'll just be sorry to see me, he said, laughing. I first need to work on the means of production, get my hands dirty, as they say. Then we'll go back to Rio, and I'll settle down permanently in the office. It will be easier to run the company. I can arrange the tickets for today, if you want. I'd like to leave today, but I have to take care of personal matters. Providence, everything is for tomorrow morning. I want you to go to the office now. Clean out your drawers and leave your desk clean. I think we'll have another secretary soon. Have they hired you? Not yet, but since Dad doesn't waste time, you'll still have some work to do for him. And what would that be? Dad talked to him. The Human Resources Department staff here seems to have no employee who meets the requirements for the position of secretary. You know that we have a policy of using employees from the company itself. I know that's how I moved from the position of receptionist to the position of secretary to the president. Aloy was grateful. Only when there are no qualified people do we hire specialized companies. But the idea occurred to me to use an employee from the factory. Why, I don't know, Aloy. Maybe if I gave a chance to a girl who's been at Pallada for some time, who knows the production routines, someone who knows all the procedures. That would be good. It would make things much easier. I know there are managers and assistants at the factory, because I see a lot with them, but I don't know of any woman in the pipeline. I know of any management position there. Do you know Mariano, the human resources manager in Belo Horizonte? I talk to him a lot. He's a nice, friendly guy. Dad also likes him a lot. We exchange information, and it seems he has a very dedicated secretary there. I like the idea of using an employee. Wow. Giving her the opportunity for professional growth. If Mariana recommended her, it's because we're already halfway there. But I want you to interview her. I asked Aloy. Surprise, of course, the position she will occupy will be yours. No one better than you to evaluate whether she is competent or not. Maria Helena sat back down at the table. And one more thing, don't demand too much in the girl. What does this mean this girl Mariano spoke about has been working at the factory for a few years? You know what a country girl is like, but she is very hard working. That's all I know. Then you will talk to Mariano to get other information. He usually indicates the right person. I've never heard of him failing. He has a nose for indicating the right people for the right positions. We have an employee, Eider, who was transferred from the headquarters. It was through Mariano. You see, maybe we'll resolve everything quickly, right? Because if this girl has a knack for the position, we'll bring her to Rio, and that will be your responsibility. Please schedule our return. Maria Helena was thoughtful. I don't think it's better to leave it open. We'll stay as long as necessary. Everything will depend on my rapport with the production staff. Now I have to resolve some personal matters. You can go, Aloy. I quickly extend my arm to Maria Helene. Lou arranged it later. Dad was absent for a few days, too. They said goodbye, and it was with immense joy that she left the Brandeo family home. She felt different, valued, and ready to face the challenges that lay ahead. She got in the car and ran to the office and made the flight reservations. Rubinho was sitting at the Perval table and noticed a difference in his girlfriend's work routine. Cautiously, he walked over to her. "It's okay. Yes, dear the Almighty. Don't come. We're all anxious to meet you. You'll have to hold back your anxiety for a while longer. She's not coming. Don't come. Don't come with me to the World Cup. I need to confide something in you." Eloisa left quickly, and Rubinho followed right behind. "What's up, dear?" "I'm traveling tomorrow with Maria Helena to Belo Horizonte tomorrow, so suddenly I'm her new secretary. You've escaped from the clutches of Drought Eugenio. Don't talk like that. He's an excellent boss." Rubinho laughed. "I know, but I prefer you to work with Maria Helena. I run fewer risks." Aloy made a face. "I spoke with Dulce earlier today, with the caretaker. You can start arranging your move. When I get back, I want to find you settled in at home. Is it going to take that long?" Rubinho asked in a disappointed voice. "Don't be upset, my love. From a week to 15 days. I'm not sure. It will all depend on the changes Maria Helena wants to make to the production line. No more kisses. Now, let's get back to work tonight. We'll talk." She kissed him lightly on the lips and went back to her duties. Rubinho returned to his office, sitting next to Eider. He'll have to control his anxiety. The boss isn't coming. Eider made a mocking face. "I didn't care about her. I think it's even good not to meet her. I'm tired of these rich women who put on a show. I've never seen so much gratuitous antipathy. And when we'll have the displeasure of meeting her, I don't know for sure. Aloy is traveling with her tomorrow, and they'll return in a week or two. And you're going to let her travel. What do you mean by that? You're going to let Aloy loose in a city like Belo Horizonte? I can't believe you're saying that to me. Heitor, what's this absurd machismo? I don't know. I wouldn't leave my girlfriend out there, lying around. I'm a respectable guy, and I'm not. What are you trying to say with that?" Eider lowered his eyes, embarrassed. "Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, but in a serious relationship, we have to keep our eyes wide open. Can't you let loose? Look who's talking. From what I know, you left poor Clarice. That's right, I even forgot her name. You left the girl and went to Belo Horizonte. It's different. She looked more like a sister. It wasn't a serious relationship. Are you sure?" "Yes, I prefer women like Myrna." "Oh, here you come again with this story. And what's the problem? Now that you've decided to move and leave me, I'm thinking. Rubinho cut me off, and I'm in the same boat. You're not going to tell me that you're going to let a girl live in our apartment. Not ours, not now. I can afford mine alone, but if you can have someone to help share it, there's no need for this excuse. You earn well. You carry that apartment on your back. I need to save. I don't know about tomorrow. I'm cautious." Rubinho sighed. Heitor continued. "You're not going to take everything out by the end of the week, so I'll do whatever I want at the apartment. You didn't come and ask me if you could date or even live with Aloy. Why should I do the same with Myrna? That's not the point, man. But don't try to compare Aloy with Myrna. You barely know the girl. Aloy has worked here at the company for a few years, and Myrna has just joined. Date a little more, but get to know her better later. If everything is going well, take her to the apartment, but don't act rashly. You've been bothering the poor girl. It's not a problem, but a precaution. I haven't been dating Aloy for a month. It's been a while since Heider jumped up. He seemed like a different person. I know what's best for me. Don't interfere in my life." He left, leaving Rubinho stunned. He looked at his friend with regret. At that moment, Rubinho felt a small tightness in his chest. He remembered the meeting the night before. He let out a deep sigh and finally said, "May God protect him." Maria Helena felt happy. She was homesick, more specifically for her father. She had never had a harmonious relationship with her mother. She adored her brother, Mario. When she thought of him, she missed him. "Oh, my brother, I miss you so much. Come back soon." She was talking to herself. "Oh, Mom." She was thinking of Mario. A tear ran down Leocadia's face. "Mario never stays home. I miss him so much. He needs to stop traveling and spend more time with us. He does what he likes. Mom, he's happy like this, but he didn't need to travel so much. Thank God he still lives here. Soon he'll be getting married and having his own life. No way. Leocadia said in such a forceful tone that Maria Helena was startled. Mom, he's a grown man. He's almost 30 years old. I'm surprised he's not married. I can accept anything except losing Mario. He's my treasure. Oh, how awful. You still think of him as if he were 10 years old. Why don't you dedicate yourself to marriage? Dad needs you more than Mario. Leocadia closed the deal. Sir, you and I have always had our differences, but I won't accept you talking to me like that. Between me and your father, it's different, because it's different. Mom, tell me something. What do you love about Dad? Leocadia shuddered. I did. Maria Helena went to her mother and hugged her like she hadn't done in a long time. When I became an adult, I realized how much you and Dad are together, distant. I think they never loved each other. There was a moment in the past when this happened. I fell in love with Hugo. I was devastated. I was so young, naive, and silly, even though your father was so handsome. The girls sighed for him, and I think I got obsessed. I wanted to be more than them. I don't know. I did everything possible to stay by his side. And Leocadia let the tears bathe her face. You're a woman, you understand these things. I even got pregnant to force you. The marriage, Leocadia paused briefly and continued. I never talked about this subject out of shame, but soon after Mario was born, it was as if I was thrown back to reality. I looked at your father and saw him as a stranger. It was a terrifying feeling. I was married with a son. How could I separate? A divorced woman was frowned upon, but time passed and we have divorce. Society has changed, only if it's for your generation. People my age are still prejudiced. I'm afraid, and you'll continue to torture yourself. You don't think you can be happy. I'm past that age. What a silly prejudice, Mom. I know your father doesn't love me either, and I think that if he doesn't make a decision, we'll stay together. So, until one of you dies, turn your mouth away. You'll have a long life. You love children so much. Imagine this house full of them. Oh, this house, how I love my home. I'll only leave here dead. But you don't have the talent to be a mother. In compensation, Mario has the talent to be a father. A gleam passed through Leocadia's eyes. That's what worries me. You know, daughter-in-law is always a problem. I'm so afraid he'll suffer. Mario knows how to choose. You can be sure that if one day he brings a girl to introduce you, it's because things are serious. I fear that day, after all, he's getting married. Who can guarantee it? Mario is also fascinated by you in this big house. He likes Laranjeras. He's never thought about the possibility of living with him and his future daughter-in-law. How many times? But it never works out. Look, Isarinia, Maria. Elena has become detached from her mother. Isarinia doesn't tell. Helena manipulates her children to the extreme. The lady thinks her daughter-in-law doesn't notice the games Isarinia plays to pit her against her son. The competition in that house is fierce, and Isarinia is a tough nut to crack. I don't know where she's going to end up. She has no respect for anything or anyone. I've known her for many years. She's a respected lady in our society, but she's no good. And on top of that, she gets involved in terreros. She associates with unscrupulous people. She doesn't hesitate to pay for spiritual work that harms others. You haven't been going to those places. Leocadia knocked 3 times on the table. She always invites people, but I'm scared shitless. I don't like those things, so stay in your lane. Don't get involved with what you don't know. Iser is crazy. That's right. Feel calmer. I think so. Why don't you go to a salon? Dye your hair. Change your wardrobe. Maria Helena gently ran her hand over Leocadia's gray hair. She's still beautiful. She just needs a little more care. When I get back from Belo Horizonte, we'll go to the salon together. Leocadia thanked her daughter. Excited, yes, I do. Maria Helena said goodbye to her mother. Leocadia was stunned. She had never gotten along with Maria Helena, and now she had even told her most intimate secrets. She looked up and thanked God. At least now she had a real friend. Urin was annoying and tried to manipulate her, but she intended to fix that friendship soon. I've seen some time that after work, Ator went out with Myrna for a walk around the office. That night, however, he took a risk. Let's go to the beach. No, I don't know if I should. She hesitated. Well, it's not far. I'm tired. Maybe another day. But you're never available on weekends. There's always an old lady to take care of. They take up my time. What can I do? But you always go out like this at night, in the early hours of the morning. And is there a worse time than this for elderly people to get sick? An elderly person always needs more care at night. She lied. Ear insisted. Just a little walk, then without beaches. I'll take you to dinner. Don't wait for another time. Ator insisted. Let's go. You always invent something. Sorry. Today I can't escape without knowing what to do. Myrna felt like they took the bus. Have you ever dated, Eider? Wow. Finally you asked a question. I thought you weren't interested in my life. Isn't that right? We've been going out together for a while now, and then we work at the same company. Don't you think that's good? Yes, but you're an assistant, and I'm a simple typist. Calm down, you can get up there. I started as a janitor at the factory in Belo Horizonte, and look where I am today. I said proudly, you didn't answer my question. Eider burst out laughing. Do you want to know if I have someone? Yes. I had a girlfriend in the countryside, but it has nothing to do with it. It was a teenage crush. I've never been seriously involved with another girl here in Rio. Girl blushed. He continued, you're the first woman I've gone out with more than 3 times. I like you. I don't know if we should. Eider didn't let her finish. He took her in his arms and kissed her lips, leaving her stunned. You shouldn't have done that, because you weren't dying to do it. What did you want to do? He leaned over her, and then Myrna let him go. She kissed him back. Do you want to date me? Have you? That's right. Do you want to? Date me? No. Why not now? I can't. There's someone, of course not. Then let's take it easy, Eider. She closed without and stared at the movement of the streets. Looking out the bus window, Eider thought she's in the conversation. I love difficult girls. She's all demure. Air soon she'll be in mine. The thoughts boiled in Myrna's head. I need to stop with the double life. I'm also interested in Eider. But I need to solve my problems. I need to find a way to pay off my debt with. Bene, this easy life seems like. Cigarettes are bad, but addictive. I've always been a good woman, and I want to have a good life, a good job, get married, Eider. He nudged her, is thinking about what she hid in nothing special, tried to change the direction of the conversation, didn't want to let her worries show. And this girlfriend from the countryside was not left tighter shrugged. There was never anything important between Clarice and me. To tell the truth, I never loved Phi. It's a silly relationship, and what's more, she lives in the interior of Minas Gerais and works as a maid. She thinks I'm suitable for a woman like that. Myrna didn't like Tom. She values status more than feelings. Let's say I value the whole. But in this dog-eat-dog world we live in, status opens doors. Feelings are something that comes from the soul. Status is linked to appearances. And we all live by appearances. I don't agree, said Myrna. Eider got irritated. And you have to agree. Your opinion doesn't count. She got annoyed. How can you talk to me like that? I'm sorry, but I don't like being contradicted. I'm sorry, but I don't like being contradicted.